Hello my friends, this is Dr. Renee Tucker. Today I was going to show you a more subtle before and after with this horse here named Cutter. This is my friend Michelle. She said Cutter was fine, and then she went to ride him and she said he was discombobulated, which means just really not right. So this is what I mean by a little bit more subtle. If we kind of stare at his hind end, it's just kind of chunky moving, kind of blocky, jerky. It's not smooth. Michelle describes this walk right here is very reluctant. He doesn't want to move. She said this trot is even worse. What we'll notice is that right hind is weird. It wants to go to the outside a little bit. You see the tail swishing is reluctance, the head shaking is reluctance. He doesn't want to go anyplace. So we're going to keep watching him go to the left here, and you watch that right hind, and it's got a funny twist to it. I can see now Michelle says sometimes he does do this bronking thing, but she says this is not it. This is him saying, I don't want to go. I'll go this way for a while, but I don't want to do this. And as he tries to go to the right, it looks even a little bit more obvious that there's an issue with the right hind. In addition, there's a little stiffness in the right front, a little offness in the right front as well. See how that right front doesn't really track up all the way in the shoulder? But it's not terrible. You see his tail is held off a little bit to the right there. The right hind this direction looks short strided. Just not happy. Too stiff in the hind end. There's not any movement there through the thoracic or the lumbar. And you can kind of sort of see a head bob for a little bit, and then it goes away. So this is one of those where you might want to rewatch this part and do it in slow motion. This is what Michelle found in the morning when suddenly he was limping a little bit. Yes, he had kicked a hole through his stall divider. All right, now this is me. I'm just going to show you the TBT. This is the before on the shoulder, so we're watching that shoulder move back and forth, and then I'm going to try to push it back towards his tail. That was me pushing. It didn't move anywhere, and there was kind of a firmness to that muscle in front of the shoulder. Okay, so now I'm going to do the TBT. If you haven't heard already, Tucker BioKinetic Technique is my energy technique for horses to align everything. It is a two-handed technique. There's nothing mysterious about how my hands are moving. They're just kind of feeling energy and going with the flow. You'll see him after a little while. Well, even right now, he's starting to blink a little bit, relax. And just, you can kind of get a feel after a while. The horses can just feel the energy moving around, it's really nice. So I just want to show you the before and after on the shoulder because it was a nice change. His left shoulder was moving fine, but the right shoulder, as you saw earlier, just would not even move back. So we'll show you what happens right after I get done with this, all the issues involving the shoulder. Now, I can't quite remember them, but think about the shoulder. That can be quite a lot. You have the shoulder itself, but of course it's attached to the elbow and the scapula, or the shoulder blade. And then we also have ribs under the shoulder. Remember, the first rib starts in front of the shoulder at the end of the neck and goes through. And then you can see this lot more wiggling here on or after, a lot of muscle movement. And then this is going really much farther back, much bouncy, very loose there through that muscle. I'm very happy with that change. We're going to show you this just same thing from the other angle, just to show you maybe a little bit better the looseness of the shoulder. This is a normal shoulder. So if your horse's shoulder does that, when you pick it up and wiggle it around and move it back like that, that's perfect. Very happy with that one. Now this guy had more trouble in his right hind, but that shoulder was definitely an issue for him. And here we have him happily rolling after his treatment. Michelle had said that he hadn't rolled for quite a while, and she knew that was a problem. I think I hadn't been able to get out there for about a week. So he was unhappy. All right, now here is after the treatment. We had just walked him about 20 feet over. I want to say, though, to let you know, I was probably chit-chatting for about 15 minutes after I was done. So he was sleeping, so he was not in any rush. It was nice and shady. Okay, hopefully you can see that it is smoother. There's still a little something there, but he's still working it out. And then normally I give horses 2 days off from riding, any kind of work. They need 2 days to let everything get back to normal. So we have a lot more flowing of the whole horse. It doesn't look so stiff and chunky. He's more willing to go forward. And I think he's looking pretty good here. We are giving him some time off. I'm a little bit concerned that his muscles got kind of pulled after kicking his leg through the wall. Other than that, I think he's going to do great. And here he is finally taking a nice nap. He's very happy about this. And Michelle said he doesn't normally do this, but he just zonked out after the treatment, after we just walked him and trotted him around that little bit. Yay for Cutter. Let me know if you guys could see those changes okay. If you have any questions in the comments, that would be great.